Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Sean K Beauty, and to anyone who is new, a very warm welcome. So today we're doing something different in this segment. I'm calling it Sean K's Beauty Bar, where we grab from the bar and discuss all things beauty. So I'm just sitting in your living room, grabbing questions that you guys have left in my comments below, and I'm pulling it from the beauty dish, random questions, and we're discussing that on this segment. If you guys love this sort of format, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe. All right, so as a microbiologist and biochemist in beauty, you know I love to take a deep dive and really get to the root of things, because once we get to the root of things, then we know what to do and how to increase our buying experiences. So here is the question of the day. The question of the day is, Sean, what is the best facial wash and what is the key to healthy skin? And this is a really great question. So grab your morning brew. I'm getting ready with you as we discuss the best facial wash. Okay, guys, so the key to having healthy skin and finding the best face wash is to actually know your skin. And I'm going to break this down in its simplest form so that you guys can explain this to your loved ones or anyone that has problematic skin. That hypodermis that you see to the very bottom has the sebaceous gland that when you see somebody with super oily skin, it's because that gland is overproducing oil, and that lives in that hypodermis layer that you see at the bottom. In the middle is the dermis, and that is where hair follicles and sweat glands are. And that outer layer is your waterproof barrier. That is called the epidermis, and it creates your skin tone. The great thing about the epidermis too is if moisture is locked in, you're going to have that beautiful, plump, just healthy looking skin. And on top of that epidermis, that helps that to happen is called the lipid layer, or sometimes you'll hear it called the acid mantle. So think of saran wrap is around this whole entire epidermis that's soaking wet with water. And that saran wrap is actually your lipid layer locking in that moisture. Now, I want to talk about microbiomes because this is important too, that also lives in that saran wrap or lipid layer. So we're going to put our focus on the upper right hand corner where you see virus, bacteria, fungi. And this is called the microbiome or microbiota that you would hear people talk about a lot, and the cosmetic industry is literally jumping on board with now because they're realizing that this is very important for you to have healthy skin. So the microbiomes are just collectively an ecological community of microorganisms that help you to have healthy skin. So breaking that down even more, you're going to your favorite New York musical and you know that your favorite actors are going to be on the stage, which will, for the sake of this analogy, is your epidermis. And the virus, fungi, and bacteria are the name of the actors on your skin. Their role is to give you the greatest performance that you're expecting, right? Let's say in the middle of that live performance, the light goes out, people start forgetting their lines, and there's no more audio, no more sound. The mic is gone. There's sheer chaos that's going to happen on the stage, which is on the top of your face. And this is what happens with the microbiome community that is fighting off germs, toxins, pollution, anything that's going to be detrimental to your skin when your pH is off. So when your pH is off, it's not giving you that optimal performance, and therefore you're not going to enjoy the show. All right. So let's talk about where you fall on the pH scale, because this is going to help you to buy the best facial wash that's going to be conducive for you. Not every facial wash does not work for everyone. So, we need to debunk that when we're seeing influencers showing us what's the next and best product, because pH is playing an important role, and you have to know your pH before you can buy your face wash that's going to be the best face wash for you. So let's get into that. Hopefully this wasn't too much for a Monday morning, but I really want to equip the beauty community because, even though I'm aspiring to be an influencer, I do notice that on YouTube, there are a lot of people throwing products at you and saying this is the next best facial wash, but nobody is talking about the pH of those products. No one's talking about it's contingent upon the pH of your skin. So that's why I want to take a deeper dive. For women, ideally, your pH is 5.5. For men, your pH is 5.8, which I'm showing on this scale here. Now, pH means potential hydrogen. It's the composition of alkalinity versus acidity. And anything below the 7 is really the acid side of things, and anything above is the alkaline side of things. When you're using soap, or an agent like bleach, that's more alkaline. If you're, with water, drinking water, it's typically at a pH of 7, and anything below that, like your apple cider vinegars, is going to be more acidic. Now, as you can see, our skin is more on the acid side, so our sweet spot for products is going to need to be in a pH between 4.5 to a 6. They pretty much recommend is a sweet spot for rebalancing the skin. Now, how do you know where you fall on this pH scale? If you know that your skin, or if you feel like your skin is dry and sensitive, then your skin is more alkaline. You're in the higher end of the scale. And again, what happens with that is the lipid layer is compromised, and now you're going to start seeing sagging, wrinkling, and sunburn, because it's not able to really ward off the MMP enzymes that I talked about earlier. Now, adversely, if you are on the more acidic side of the scale, you're looking at oversecretion of sebum, which is making your skin more oily, prone to breakouts and acne. And that's when you're falling below that 5.5 or that 5.8 range. When you get even lower than that, below 4.5, you're looking at major redness and inflammation. So it's important, again, to really get products that's going to be in that sweet spot of a 4.5 to 6. So I'm just going to recommend 3 products. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but they have a really great range for rebalancing the skin. So the first one is GLOSSIER Milky Jelly cleanser, and I'm going to leave the link to that in the description box below, as well as the other 2. The other one is DERMALOGICA Ultra Calming Cleanser. That is really great for the skin. And the last one is URSA Major Fantastic Facial Cleanser. That is a tongue twister. So those links are below. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I will see you guys again on Wednesday morning as well as Friday morning. And on Wednesday, we'll be talking about moisturizers and eye creams. Really great questions that I'm being asked. So make sure you're putting your questions there, because if you guys like this type of format, I'll keep grabbing your questions and answering this way, and really taking us to the beauty bar every morning at 8 a.m. and we will discuss all things beauty. I love you all so much, and I'll see you again on Wednesday morning.